Hello, everybody. Welcome to Hit Fantasy, your source for cricket analysis, commentary, and fun. I'm your host today, Rahul, and I'm joined by two cricket fanatics, Anyanish, as you all know, and we got Nitin, a new guy on the channel who is also crazy about cricket and an India fan, obviously. So today we'll be talking about the warm-up game, the Champions Trophy game between India and Bangladesh. What a fascinating performance by India. People would say maybe it got too close for comfort towards the end, but I'd argue that they had the chase under complete control the whole time. And it was so clinical, and I thought there were a lot of plus points through the game. Mohammad Shami returning to form with a magnificent five-wicket haul. Harshit Rana bowling well is a good sign, because they're going to play him every game anyway, because it's Gautam Gambhir's era. And then Akshar Patel bowled decently. The spinners contributed well. Kuldeep showed signs of return to form, although he didn't pick wickets. And as far as the batting is concerned, Rohit Sharma with another quick start. Shubman Gill, I mean, what a knock. Proving all the haters, including me, wrong. That was a magnificent innings from him. KL Rahul getting some quality batting time, game time, and showing how to play on these kind of pitches and why he's such a valuable asset to the team still, and why he is the number one wicketkeeper batsman for India's and ODIs. So yeah, definitely a lot of positives for India. And on the other side, Bangladesh, I thought they competed really well. Gave a tough fight to India. Tawhid Hridoy hitting one of the best centuries I've seen against the Indian team in a while. On those kind of conditions against the bowling lineup with the pressure on him. Jake Ali playing well as well. So positives for Bangladesh as well, but overall, what do y'all think of the game?
Yeah, Rahul, great introduction. But yeah, I mean, Bangladesh were batting first and scored it score of 228 for 10 on 49.4 overs, and I mean that innings in there, Tawhid Hridoy, 100 of 118 balls. That was a good comeback from them when their top order collapsed very badly. And then Jake Rowley too in the back did a good knock for posting Bangladesh to a good score. But what a bowling from Mohammad Shami, what a comeback from him. We
Yeah,
were
our hit
all,
fantasy player of the day.
yes, again, we'll talk about that later, but uh, we thought coming back from injury he would have a dip in his performance, but I think he's carrying that performance that he has. I think last played a World Cup in 2023 in India. That was his last match, and then coming back this. I mean, he did play ODI, but again, uh, but I think he's in the same exact form that he has left. And then Harshit Rana debut in the World. We didn't expect that, and we thought he would be benched, but he did get that pass from Gautam Gambhir, I guess, again. But yeah, he did prove himself 3 for 31 in 7.4 overs. And then Akshar Patel, man, what a bowling. Rohit Sharma dropped a catch that would have gotten Akshar Patel the hat trick.
Trick, yeah.
But again, even without the hat trick, he still had some magnificent numbers. Two for one maiden, two wickets, one maiden, 43 runs given, and then 9 overs. Yeah, again, great bowling by Axer. And then coming to India's batting, Shubman Gill 101 for 129 balls, not out again. I think he played that anchor role again. He didn't go aggressive in the beginning. Rohit Sharma was the aggressive person going into the game, and then once Rohit Sharma's wicket fell, Shubman Gill took the control. Virat Kohli tried uh, to come back. He did hit few runs, but again, not the same Virat Kohli we've known to see. But again, Bangladesh tried their level best to come back, but they fought well. We could say that. Rishad Hussain, 2 for 38 in 10 overs, great bowling from him, and all the other bowlers we know. Um, yeah, decent by Bangladesh.
Yeah, uh, India got a really good start in the bowling. As you can see in the first 10 overs, they got almost 5 wickets, and Bangladesh tried to recover from this, and they did a really good job having a good partnership. They had a 154 run partnership to try controlling the score instead of getting all out earlier. And also for India, for the batting, they had a really good start with Rohit Sharma and Shubman Gill. They had like a 69 run partnership. That was pretty good start off for India, and so far it's good and looking good for India. Having a good start in bowling and a good start in batting, and they just need to uh, finish in the middle overs for the bowling side also instead of giving long partnerships for the batters. Instead, they can get wickets earlier also. Yeah,
Yeah, they did let it a bit loose in the middle overs. I mean, if Rohit
yeah,
Sharma took that catch, story could have been completely different. It could have been bundled out for 70 or 80, Bangladesh at that point because they would have been 35 for 6 with Jake Early back in the pavilion, and who knows what would have happened after. But yeah, that is a talking
true.
point. You can't be letting a 6 wicket partnership go for 155.
Yeah,
I remember they similarly did something like this in Bangladesh with when Mehdi Hassan Miraz and Mushfiqur put up like a 200 run partnership. It was India versus Bangladesh match in Bangladesh. But in general, I think yeah, they just need to tighten up a bit they have when they have the game in control. Just finish the game instead of
Yeah.
stretching it out in general. But yeah, I just wanted to talk a bit more about like Shubman Gill. I mean, I thought I was so impressed by his innings today because I didn't know he had the temperament and composure to play this kind of knock. I thought he'd throw it away at some point, or play a rash shot somewhere, or just get out in some form. But the way he just held his urge to play his free stroke making and just nudged it into gaps for singles, found the singles, just stayed in, played the situation so perfectly on a difficult pitch. I was so impressed by Shubman Gill, and if this is the Shubman Gill that's gonna play for India, then oh boy, I'm all in for it, especially in the ODI format and Test cricket if he can get it going as well. So yeah, I thought that was a magnificent innings. But moving on from Shumgana, let's talk about our hit fantasy player of the game, Mohammad Shami. I mean, with 184 fantasy points, 5 wicket haul, absolute quality, swinging it both ways with the new ball. Batters didn't know what they were doing, and also chipping away with wickets at the death as well. What a performance that was, especially coming off an injury after 1 year to just, and he has to lead the pace bowling attack because there's no Bumrah. They didn't play Arshdeep either. So you're depending on a guy who's coming off a 1 year injury to lead your bowling attack, and he did it superbly. What do y'all think?
No, yeah. I think he scored a total of how many? Let me see 1 second. 184 points in our hit fantasies scoring guidelines. But yeah, 5 wickets again. One match back, 5 wicket haul is crazy numbers from him. Yeah, I mean, yes, Shami was a great. I think Shami and Gill had a competition going for that fantasy player of the game. But let's look at the Bangladesh batting once more. Let me show the graphics. The top order: 25 of 25 from Hassan, and the Somi Sarkar 0.
I want to talk about
Shant
Tanzil Hassan actually. He was playing really good until he
Tanzil,
got out, like taking on the bowlers.
yeah,
Yeah.
and then 0 for 5 balls, 0 for 2 balls, 5 for 10 balls, and then Hridoy came in and hit that 100 of 118. So that no one like 20, 30 runs basically from the top one, two, three, four, five batsmen. That's just unacceptable in a Champions Trophy from Bangladesh. I feel like
Yeah, I mean, I don't even know what's better, whether to take up 50 balls and score 20 like Pakistan did yesterday, or just not take up balls and head to the pavilion quicker. If we're talking about going slow in one extreme, we're talking about not even staying in the other extreme. So, I mean, both games we saw the middle order have to bail the top order out. And, you know, I don't know, the Salmia Sarkar guy's been getting so many chances. I mentioned in the preview as well. I don't know what he's doing in the lineup. I definitely think you can bring another quality player like Imon, or make Najmul open the batting as well and bring someone else in place. And yeah, I mean, just I mean, Najmul Saint Shanto's not had like a great record either. So I don't know. The top order just looks so frail, and if you're depending on the likes of Mehdi, Tawir, or Mushfiqur to bail you out all the time, it's not gonna happen. You're gonna end below par scores.
yeah, I think that should be it for India versus Bangladesh match two. Let's look into another great match that's coming up tomorrow, Afghanistan versus South Africa. But this is in Group B, so all the matches in Group A, all the teams in Group A have played once each other, so that's good. Now let's go to Group B, Afghanistan versus South Africa tomorrow in Karachi again. What do you think about tomorrow's match, Rahul?
I'll let Nitin go first.
Yeah, let's talk about tomorrow's match then. Nitin, what do you have? Anything to say from tomorrow's match?
Yeah, tomorrow's match, Group B, as Afghanistan is playing South Africa, and Afghanistan's captain Hasmatullah Shahidi. This Afghanistan team boasts a formidable spin attack, like Rashid Khan, experienced player who has a pivotal role in that team. And South Africa is led by Timba Buama. He also aims to leverage their experienced players to make a strong start to this tournament. And this is a very good game for both these teams to secure a victory and to show their strength.
Yeah, I mean, I think this one's going to be an absolute like cracker of a game. I think both these teams are the most formidable. I think these two teams are the strongest ones in Group B, and I think based on what we saw of the Karachi pitch in Pakistan, New Zealand, everyone assumed it would be absolute belter for batting, 350 plus scores. But we saw that there was assistance for spin and the ball swung with the new ball. So the likes of Marco Jens and Fazal Faruqi will be so crucial in the power play. And I think someone like Keshav Maharaj for South Africa is going to play such a huge role. Tabraiz Shamsi is going to come in the middle overs. And Afghanistan, who easily boasts the best spin bowling attack in the competition, they're going to be licking their lips looking at that pitch, especially if they can find a way to win the toss and bat first. If they win the toss and bat first and put up 280, I think it's game over. I think Afghanistan, if they put up 280 plus with the bat in hand, which they definitely have the capability to with the likes of Ramanullah Gurbaz, Ibrahim Zadran, Ramit Shah, Nabi. They have such quality batters. You know, I think we talked about the lineup they should play in the preview itself, so I'm not going to go back into that, my lineup at least. But I think Afghanistan are favorites to win this game.
Yeah, again, you said
I'm
that
backing Afghanistan to win it.
we saw yesterday's match against, or yeah, Pakistan versus New Zealand. We thought it was going to be a full-on batting track, no assistant to bowlers or spinners, but we saw how spin was able to take the wickets. Only spin was basically, I think Naseem Shah and someone else, but pace was not able to take do that damage that spin has done. But we can see Azmatullah Omarzai, basically, he's the ICC Men's ODI Player of the Year from 2024. We'll get to see him again in ODIs coming back in the Champions Trophy, first time for Afghanistan. So, again, this will be the first match that Afghanistan played in Champions Trophy. So, that'll be exciting to see. And then I'm really excited to see what Rashid Khan can do in this kind of pitches. If there's a assistance or without assistance also, he's a great spinner. That's what I meant to say. And now, like, there is some indication that there is a little bit of assistance to the spin. So let's see what how Rashid Khan can do. But some Rashid Khan versus Heinrich Klaasen is a match to watch out for, because Heinrich Klaasen goes against the spin and Rashid Khan is a like dangerous spinner, and that Rashid Khan versus Heinrich Klaasen. Let's see how that goes. I think Rashid Khan should be able to take the wicket of Klaasen, but we'll see how that goes. And
I'm
Rabada,
also
looking at
yeah, go ahead.
Rabada, talking about Rabada, sorry, he'll be leading their South Africa's bowling unit basically from the front. He'll be the key for them basically. He has to take that important wickets and partnerships.
Yeah. I'm also interested to see how the openers Ramanullah Gurbaz and Ibrahim Zadran fare against Jansen and Rabada, because we saw in that T20 World Cup semifinals, these two just knocked them over the new ball and the whole batting order collapsed. So I think the key for Afghanistan to win this game is to make sure that their openers can bat through 10 overs. Make sure to set up a solid platform in the power play without losing wickets, because then you got the likes of Ramad Shah to steady the innings. You can explode with Mohammad Nabi, Rashid Khan, Omarzai in the back end. So it's just important to set that steady platform. And as I said before, I think if Afghanistan wins the toss, bats first, and puts up over 280, they're gonna win the game. So I'm calling Afghanistan as the favorites to win this game. I'm gonna take the hot take.
Yeah, so you said Afghanistan. Nathan, who do you think is going to win, Afghanistan or South Africa?
I would say, even though Afghanistan is pretty young and very talented group, I still think right now South Africa will win, but just because of their experience and the leadership they have around that squad.
I mean, yeah, I'll take South Africa too. I think they have that experience in their side, and then this will be their first Afghanistan Champions Trophy, so I think they'll have that pressure also on them. But let's see. And one more question:
The
Who do you
only
think? Okay, yeah, good.
No, the only thing for me is I'm calling Afghanistan like pretty boldly right now because when I go through man by man and see compared to the pitch we saw again when the New Zealand Pakistan, I just feel like Afghanistan has the more balanced squad to take that on. You know, the spinners can actually like wreck into the South African batting lineup. And I do feel whoever wins the toss and bats first has a very big advantage. If South Africa bats first, Afghanistan will struggle in chasing a total, but I still back them to be able to restrict South Africa with the spinners they have. So yeah.
Yeah, rightly said. And one more question is: Who do you think will be the top fantasy player of the match tomorrow?
Let's see. I gotta go. I'm gonna go Ramanula Gurbaz.
What about you, Nitin?
I would have to go with either Rabada or Aiden Markham.
Yeah, I mean, Aiden
Aiden
Markham is a good pick because he can do it from both damage from both bat and ball. So that's a good pick.
Yeah.
I was gonna go Aiden Markham, but we cannot have two players, so I'll probably go with just Rashid Khan, just because he took Aiden Markham. I think Rashid Khan. Hopefully, there is some assistance to the spin, and he can take those crucial wickets for Afghanistan. So I'll go with Aiden Markham, and that should be the preview for tomorrow's match, Afghanistan with South Africa. Now let's go into my segment, hit or miss with me. So yesterday's question was, but the answer for that was 2016. It's because Bangladesh lost 3 wickets in 3 balls, handing India a dramatic one-run win. So that was
That's
that.
crazy. Dhoni running up to the stumps.
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah, that was. So let's see who the winner is for yesterday. Yesterday's winner was Shivam Kumar. Good job, Shivam. Great answer. Um, we hope to see you answer more questions. And
Yep, our first winner of the hit or miss challenge.
yes. Now let's look at tomorrow's question, or yeah, tomorrow's question, today's question. Okay, here's the question. I played for South Africa and Afghanistan in different ways, but I was never in both teams. 2. My World Cup career lasted across 2 decades and I played in both ODIs and T20s. And 3. I once scored a century in a World Cup match that my team lost. Who am I? Think about the question and the answer will be out tomorrow. That should be it. Thank you for watching Hit
Please
Fantasy.
make sure to comment your answers for the question, and the winner will get a shout out on our channel tomorrow.
Yes. Thank you for watching. Signing off.